Hey, what's up with it, King? What's up with it, Queen? You already know who it is. It's your big bro, Demont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose over pointless excuses. Yeah, y'all already know what my job is, right? I inspire, right? I motivate, I educate, and ultimately empower. Look, every week I've been bringing you special guests, and it don't stop. Value on top of value on top of value. That's what we stacking, right? So all of my guests, they do the same thing. So look, before we go any further, I need you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, right? Hit that notification bell so you know when we're releasing new content, right? I need you to share this, right, to about 10 of your friends who you want to see walk in their purpose, right? But listen, without further delay, right, without any more wasted time, I would like to present to some and introduce to others, right? My very special guest, my guy, Mr. Kevin Ferguson, aka Mr. Great Day. Yeah.
You doing?
What's up with
What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey, y'all who follow me on Instagram, y'all know Mr. Great Day. You know it's a great day. You know why? Because it's always a great day. I appreciate you having me here, Mr. Pope. You know what I mean? Let's chat it up, baby.
Yeah, Ken, you already know, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, man, to come kick it with your bro, man. But look, right quick, since I know who you are, man, let's let the people know who you are, right? Let's talk about it, right? Who is Kevin Ferguson, right? Mr. Great Day. And what is it exactly that you do, King?
So, Mr. Great Day, Kevin Ferguson, really is a father first, but ultimately, he is a neighborhood martyr. He is someone who empowers young people all across this universe to really see their highest potential, shift their minds, have that paradigm shift to become leaders in their community, become the people in the community that they need to be. He is somebody who is inspiring these young people to take up their rightful place. The generation behind us is the generation that is going to create the world that our grandchildren is going to live in. And so the Bible tells us that you take care of your children's children. A lot of people think money, and you got to understand that your biggest asset is your mind. So, Mr. Great Day, it's always a great day. I try to embed that in young people, that it's always a great day, so they can find a silver lining in their day, find a silver lining in the life that they live, or find inspiration from all of the grit and grime, or all of even the positive things that have happened, so that they can hold on to those things, realize that the universe or God, whatever you believe in, is taking them to a place, and it's all part of their higher purpose. So that's who Mr. Great Day is.
Man, speak that, King. Look, I love what you said, man. Like we both got something in common, because you start talking about that inspiring, you start talking about that motivating, right? You confirm, right, that what I told the listeners and viewers in the beginning is in fact truth, right? That's what we do over here. And I want to ask you this, bro. How long have you been, because you said something impactful. You said you're inspiring, right? Motivating, educating, and encouraging, right? The nations, right? The masses, right? The world, right? So how long have you been doing this?
Well, professionally, I could say that I've probably been doing this for about 3 years now, but well, not even professionally. Professionally, I've probably been speaking to young people for about 18 years, but full time, it's been about 3 years. And when I say full time, it's just something had been pulling on me. I have been, working in corporate America, inspiring young people in the education space, and it wasn't something, wasn't clicking for me. It was just like, man, what else do I need to do? Because I was doing this for a millionaire. I was doing this for even a billionaire at this point, big Fortune 500 companies, but the young people really needed somebody to be all in and committed. So for the last, I say 3 years now, I've been doing this 100% full time. I mean, I'm actually a real estate investor, so that's allowing me to, do what it is that I want to do. And that's kind of what I try to help these young people to understand. The American dream, and I'm sorry for getting off topic, but American dream,
keep moving.
The American dream is that there's a piece to the American dream that people miss, right? Do what it is that you love to do, and you'll never work another day in your life. But you have to invest when you're young. You have to put your chips in place so that you can do what you want to do for the rest of your life, and you'll never work another day. But if you don't invest in your mind, you don't invest in your economics and understand how things move, then you will work for somebody else for the rest of your life. So the American dream is invest while you're young so that you can now decide to do what you want to do or do what you love to do for the rest of your life. So because I invested in real estate, because I invested in the stock market at 16 years old, I'm now able to walk away from from six-figure income in corporate America to pour into young people. And I want to shift people's minds to understand that. So I'm living my American dream. So that's why I walked away, and I've been doing this full time, like I said, about 3 years.
Come on, man. Listen. You said so much, and I love to pull out tidbits and highlight certain points that my guests make, man. So you made some very, very important points, and you thought you were getting off topic, but I'm gonna show you how you were flowing in topic, right? Or on topic, or however you're supposed to say it. So you began, the question originally was, how long have you been doing what you do, right? And initially, you were like professionally 3 years, but then you remembered that you had been walking in this purpose, right? You had been walking in that calling, in that assignment, in this area of expertise for 18 years. So let's talk, we talking about that process. So you started breaking down the context of the American dream, because we hear that American dream and we got a false concept of what it really means, bro. Like we hear the American dream and we just think, you know, white picket fence, little dog, you know, family, you know what I'm saying? A couple kids, things like that. But we don't know the process. We don't know the behind the scenes. All we see is that highlight reel, that highlight visual. So what you just did for us, Kevin, you broke it down into context. Now, had you not had that 18 years of process that you went through, that 18 years of experience, that 18 years of growth, right? We're talking about the experience that gave you the wisdom, right? To have the context in which you're speaking about, right? So I want to point out to the people that, guess what? That dream ain't going to happen overnight. That dream is not going to happen in a matter of weeks. Listen, Kevin, I relate to you. And the reason why I wanted to show you that you were right on topic is just because, just like you, like I got over 20 years speaking, right? Now, full time, I've only been doing it full time for a little over 5 years now, right? But listen, I've been speaking for years, developing this gift, developing this craft, cultivating my stories, growing through, not just going through, but growing through obstacles and adversity, bro. So I want the listeners to know that just because your dream may not seem to be coming to pass in the first 6 months, 7 months, give yourself 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, start measuring the results over a short amount of time, and then start planning those goals out. That's why I wanted to know how long you've been doing it, Kevin.
Yeah, and see, that gets into you know, Mr. Great Day. So Great Day is an acronym, and if you hear my story, you'll understand the why, right? And it's not the cliche why. The cliche why is, oh, what's your why? What's your purpose? And that's great. That's a great mindset. That's a great mantra. But why in Mr. Great Day means why? Why am I going through some things? So Demont, that's what you was hitting on. Like you're going through, and it's not going to happen overnight. And for some people, it might happen overnight. But understand that the journey, the things that you're doing, is part of your why. Like, why were you in corporate America, Mr. Great Day, for 18 years? Because you were mastering what these young people needed. You were learning the corporate game. You were learning and getting economics. This is all the why, to build you into who you were and who you are. So when we talk about your journey, and a lot of times we don't want to be, we want it to all happen for us. We don't want to go through anything. But I want to encourage the people who are listening that going through the things is what makes you battle tested. When you think about a samurai who ain't never had no fight can't protect me. I don't want that dude. I want that dude who's been through 100 fights and he 100-0. Why is Floyd Mayweather one of the greatest boxers? Not because he had one fight and one knockout. He's one of the greatest boxers because he took on 50 opponents. So your why and the things that you're going through makes you 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 50-0. And that's the journey. And that's what makes you a great. See, in order to be great, you got to beat great, right? And you can't just be great. So you got to go up against some stuff. If you're going to be the greatest, understand the word. God gave you the word. Great test. If you're going to be the great test, you got to endure a great test. Right? If you don't go through anything, there's no test. So how are you going to be the great test? Right? How are you going to be great if you can't beat great? You can't beat great, or you can't beat great if you don't go through those things. You don't battle test yourself. You don't put in the work. So I don't want anybody who's defending me. I don't want a samurai who done had one fight. I want a samurai who has a battle-tested record. And so that's the whole why. And that's what you're talking about, on purpose, right? That's the purpose. Everything you are doing is on purpose. And I don't know if you did this on purpose, Demont. You like that? I don't know if you did it on purpose, but understand that it's on purpose. Everything you do, everything you go through in life is what? On purpose. God has a purpose. The universe has a purpose. Whatever struggle you have, it's the same as my why. Right? Whatever it is, it's on purpose. And that's what I'm trying to put out here. And I want these young people to understand. So we flowing, man. I mean,
we flow. And that's what it's all about. And look, you ain't trying to put this out there. Let me go on and free you right now. You ain't trying, you doing it. You're doing it right now. And it's evident. And while we right here, I want to stay right here in this flow.
Okay.
Right? Let's talk about the inspiration. Let's talk about the motivation behind you choosing your career path. Because you talked about all those years of going through the process of development in corporate America, working for millionaires and billionaires, right? Being the inspiration and the motivation within the confines of that company. But then you made those investments early and those decisions early that put you in a position to be able to walk away and do this full time. So let's talk about that inspiration, right? That motivation that gave you the idea that said, hey, you know what? It's a great day for me to walk away from corporate America. It's a great day for me to trust the gift and the talents and the abilities that God has given me through the process that he has allowed me to grow through. It's a great day for me to go all in so that these kids can see the full commitment, full determination, and know that somebody is invested in them, in their success, in their future. What was that moment in your life that inspired you to make that great test change? Yeah, you see how we flowing. Man. You see how we flowing.
I see. Oh man, that's probably a whole other. You have to invite me back to really get deep into it, but I'm gonna touch on it.
Say less. That's done. Y'all heard that, right? I'm gonna hold you to it. We got witnesses. Okay. Y'all hit the like, hit the share, hit the comment. Let them know we heard that.
Let you know. So, what made me walk away, or what was the great test that made me walk away? Yeah. See. I'm a Jay-Z fan, and I used to go by the mantra, "I will not lose. I will not
like
lose.
Pop, but we ain't gonna set trip in here. I'm just saying.
All right. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. Those who have come before the greatest. It's all right. But I will not lose. And in corporate America, I never lost. I would always do anything that it took to be successful. And when I mean anything that it took, as long as it was within integrity, I would do what it took. If that meant working 12 hours, if that meant learning a new skill, if that meant reading a book, I will tell you guys, reading is fundamental. When they say it's fundamental, I don't mean fundamental as AEIOU. I mean fundamental in your brain. Anything that you're looking for is in a book. So I would read any topic. I would go to YouTube University for anything that I needed to learn, because I felt like I would look at people around me in the corporate space and I would talk to them. And my grandmother gave me a really good vernacular. And so I would talk to people and I would look at them and I'd be like, there's no reason why I can't do your job. And a lot of these people weren't as educated as me. A lot of these people couldn't do what I could do on the level that I could do it. And I was just constantly looking at them, and I was like, what's going on? Yeah. I look similar to the people.
Okay, you back.
Like we were enrolling in school. I looked like the frontline people, but I had gotten myself into a leadership position. And in doing that, I found that I was pouring into young people, but I was pouring into them for a reason of signing up for something in corporate America for economic reasons. And my whole purpose in life and where God had developed me was to pour into young people, to bring them to be able to stand in my shoes, not to become entry level. So the day I made the decision was when my boss had decided that she was going to challenge the integrity of not myself, but one of my employees. And the way that she had done it, he went from being king of the hill to like under her shoe. And I just really thought to myself, like, you have to speak life into people no matter what. And if I'm not going to be working for an organization, I'm not going to be working for an industry that speaks life consistently, what am I doing? God has called me to speak life. And there's a tugging that happens on the inside. And that's why I told you we have to have a whole nother show, because there's a tugging that happens on the inside. There are things that'll start to happen in the world. And Steve Harvey has a YouTube clip called Jump. One day I was on my phone and I just happened to be scrolling through and the Jump video came up. And when that Jump video came up, it was like, there are some people out here that are just really good at one thing, and you got to do that thing. If it's cutting grass, I mean, you know the video.
For
And
sure.
I just heard that, and I was sitting there, and I was just like, yeah, what I do is I inspire people. That's what I do. I don't talk people into things. I don't sell people things. I inspire people. I shift people's minds. I uplift people. What does my buddy say? My buddy said, I fine tune young people and prepare them for the next level in their life. And
I
that's
like
not
that.
what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is I'm earning money for a corporate giant, and my purpose is here. So I heard Steve Harvey say, you have to cultivate that thing. And I realized that getting up, going to a 9 to 5 every day, I was not cultivating what it is that I was good at. And I was earning a lot of money. And I asked myself, am I doing this because I'm good at it? Am I doing this because I'm making a lot of money? Or am I doing this because it's on purpose? And when I asked myself that, the question was, I was good at it and I was making a lot of money. So it was in there, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that for the next 20, 30 years of my life because it wasn't on purpose. So what took me to the place of doing this was, all right, I have to do what's on purpose. If God has blessed me, if the universe has blessed me to this economic status, which I was making well over a 6-figure income, there's no way that if I walk in my purpose, that the universe, AKA God, y'all who believe God, is going to let me be out here doing his work, doing his purpose, and then economically fall. There's no way that's going to happen. So I had to just go ahead and I had to take that jump. And then everything was history. So that's what led me to walking away.
Man, that's incredible. And like I caught a couple of those chill bumps, man, going up my arm while you was talking, and I'll explain why. That's a very important question. But when you were talking about being in corporate America, and when you were talking about that other individual who the boss lady brought from this level down to underneath her shoe, like feeling like crap, like I can relate, because when I was working at AT&T, everybody know the company AT&T, so I was making very good money as a technician at AT&T, doing good money, right? I was hitting my quota. I stayed, averaging in the top of the charts or whatever. But those morning meetings, right? Those morning meetings where you have an opportunity to build up the team right before you send us out. Those morning meetings wasn't building us up. It was tearing us down. Right. And I got a background in gospel rapping and in the ministry and everything. And my gospel rap name was King Genesis, right? King Genesis, right? Genesis is an acronym, which means God's youth need education, so I speak. So I had a buddy that would always be like, King, what you doing out there on the AT&T installing, phone service and internet and stuff like that, running the lines, from the pole to the house. Like, what you doing? Like, ain't no youth out there. Like, God's youth need education. Like, you supposed to be where the youth at. But I was chasing that check. I was chasing the stability.
Right.
Why? Because I'm a family man. I got a wife and kids. I got to provide. And the money was good. But one day we were in a meeting and there was a gentleman who the boss, and it's ironic because it was a boss lady, right? That was in there. And when she started talking to this other individual, and I won't name him because out of respect, he passed away not too long ago. But this individual had come out to a job that I was on and I was stuck. And this guy came out on that job and he literally helped me finish this job, take care of that customer so that I can get back home to my family. And what bothered me was that you tearing down the very people at the same time, you're tearing them down and you're building me up. But I can't let you build me up at their expense, because the only reason why I'm shining on this job is because of these people helping me. And that was the decision when I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't work for somebody that's going to treat people like that. Besides, ain't even no young people here for me to inspire, motivate, and empower. I was out of position and I was out of pocket. So I just wanted you to know that you're not alone. I relate to that. And that's probably why we flowing like this, because you and I, we didn't know we had that in common. And I wanted to bring that out because somebody else is viewing, somebody else is listening to this, and they have that same issue going on right now at their corporate job. And we're letting them know by this experience that, guess what? That situation is not your final destination.
Right.
That situation ain't their final destination. Come on.
So many people believe that your situation is your final destination. Like spiritually, if there's no growth, then it's time for you to move on. You need to repot. And I mean, I can really get into the biology of this, but when you have a fish and you put a fish in a fish tank. When I was 16, I had an aquarium business. But when you put a fish in a fish tank, it will only grow as large as its environment. And that fish can learn to be complacent. That fish will live its entire life in, let's say, a 10-gallon fish tank, and it'll only get this big.
Wait. Hold up. Pause for the cause. We got to run that back, man, because we talking about some education. You just taught me something I ain't even know. Now you saying the fish, you put a fish in a fish tank.
Yes.
So you're telling me that fish won't grow any
beyond
bigger.
the size of its aquarium.
Wow.
Right. So a fish can have a maximum size, but the way that the fish is designed is that it will only grow to the size of its aquarium or the size of its environment. So if a fish can grow up to, let's say, 4 feet long, you can put it in a 10-gallon aquarium, which is 2 feet. That fish can really grow 6 inches and stay that size. It will never outgrow its aquarium. You will never have a fish where its tail is hanging out, anything like that. It can only grow to the size of its aquarium. And so what happens is that fish grows to the size that the aquarium allows it to grow and lives a very content life. And some young people out here, or some even older people, have grown to the size of their environment, and they're swimming around every day, and that's life. But what they don't understand is that they're fearful of going from this tank to the next tank because they don't know what's in that tank. Or that tank is so big that they don't know exactly where the plant is. They don't know where their little hole is, all of those things. But they need to move to another tank. When you move to another tank, you can then start initiating growth. And see, the universe does that. God does that. He takes you to a place, he tests you and say, are you ready for your next tank? So once you get in that next tank, you master that tank and you begin to grow. And he tests you. Are you ready for your next tank? And you put you in the next tank. But ultimately, what God wants to do is prepare you for the ocean. But the thing about the ocean is that the ocean has a lot of things going on, but your ultimate purpose is to be in the ocean or the lake. And that lake, you can grow into your maximum size. But see, when you was complacent in that little fish tank, which was that $25. Oh no, let's talk new money. Oh, I got 6 figures. Yeah, you can place it in this tank. But God said, look, I got an ocean for you. I have an ocean for you, sir. And you are complacent in this 100-gallon tank. And that 100-gallon tank, you don't even understand that you're a shark in a fish tank. If I were to put you in the ocean, you're gonna go from 2 feet to 2 meters to 30 meters. You're going to be a big great white, but you're comfortable in this 150-gallon tank. And so when you look at your income, I want people out here listening to me to understand, when you look at your income, that's the size of the tank that you're in. And a 100-gallon tank is cute, but there's a 200-gallon tank out there. And 200-gallon is cute. And you could grow to that environment and be complacent. And God will let you, right? And he's showing us through fish. He'll let you, okay, if that's where you want to be. But if you want more, you got to be willing to go to the tank that can suit where you want to be. If you want to be a big, giant, great white shark, baby, you cannot be in no 10-gallon tank. You have to go to the ocean, and you have to prepare yourself to go into the ocean. And so when you're thinking about that, think about every dollar that they give you, the dollar they give you, that's the gallon of fish tank you in. Right? 150. Okay, I'm in a 150-gallon tank. Have you seen a 200-gallon tank? It's a beautiful thing. Right? Have you seen a 400-gallon tank? It's a beautiful thing. Have you ever been scuba diving? Right? Because it's a beautiful thing. So if you think that you deserve more, understand that you're only going to grow to the size of the tank. And so when you're in corporate like that, and again, nothing against corporate, it's really, really good. It's a good thing for you to get the money to invest so you can do what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's a really good thing. It's a good tool, like that 10-gallon tank. I take my $20,000 a year, I put a little bit away, that allows me to do what I need to do. Then I go to my 20 and I keep on doing that. And in order for me to get to the ocean, hey, now I got to go ahead and make a sacrifice. I can pull on that money that I put aside and go and jump into the ocean. So corporate is good, but I want people to understand that really the money that you're making is the size of your fish tank. But if you want an infinite space, you're going to have to make a jump. You're going to have to make a change, but you're going to have to be on purpose. Because if you're not on purpose, if you're not living in your why, it's not going to happen for you. That's it. All day on purpose, baby.
Look, bro. Look. Hey, it comes some moments here now. Let me go on and let you know what's going on. Like when I sit back like this, like the listeners or the viewers, if you view and you got to see this. But when I lean back like this, that mean the guest is killing it, right? When I lean back, that mean I forgot that I was hosting, right? That mean I just got so caught up in listening and learning and absorbing, like I forgot that I was hosting. Like I'm leaning back, like let me just go on and listen to this, bro, because what you're saying is powerful, it's impactful, bro, because we don't realize that we've been conditioned to be complacent in the little bitty fish bowl or the fish tank.
Exactly.
That's why I wanted you to run it back and explain what you meant when you said that the fish will only grow as big as the tank will allow it. Like you was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your 100K, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like you got folks like I'm making 6 figures and I'm killing it. Yeah, that's cute, but have you seen the ocean? Right, you know what I'm saying? Have you seen the ocean? Have you been deep sea diving? Like have you saw the water that the whales swim in? Like, did you know you can grow to be that big? That's what we want to let you know. Did you know that it's a great day for you to grow? Did you know that today is a great day for you to walk on your purpose? Listen, listen, Kevin, check this out. Since we talking about this growth, right? I want to flow into this next segment, because they hear us talking all this talk about growing and all of this, right? Excuse me. Got the business line ringing. Let me turn that ringer off. Hold on. We want this phone to ring, but we just don't want it to ring while I'm in the middle of an interview, right? All right. So at least y'all know that I'm getting phone calls, right? You know what I'm saying? So listen, answering service, answering it, you know what I mean? But we good. I'm going to keep it moving. Listen, man, I want you to talk about a challenge, right? I want you to talk about something right now that's trying to keep you from growing, right? Something that's trying to keep you from growing beyond that fish tank. I want you to talk about that fish tank, that aquarium, right? That you're about to get out of. Now, we knew that corporate America was a fish tank that had you in there, right? So let's talk about what you're dealing with right now in your business, a challenge that you're facing, right? And let's talk about how you're facing it, because we know that in order for there to be a problem, then there must be a solution for it. And if there's no solution, then we know that there really is no problem. So let's talk about that challenge, and let's talk about what you're doing so that we can help these viewers and listeners know that challenges, they're coming. So you need to know how you can maneuver through it and not try to avoid it.
So staying in the realm of the fish tank, one of the biggest challenges with me growing, and a lot of people may be struggling with this, is that you want to live your life humbly, right? And a lot of times you get to a place where you grow to a size where the people around you, the little fish around you, because other fish in the tank can only get this big, start to feel like you're arrogant. And so to be humble, you struggle. So you kind of stay put. So my biggest challenge now is that I keep myself small to my environment. That's why that analogy is so powerful. So the environment that I'm in a nice environment, but I'm in an environment with fish the size of me. And in order to get to the next environment, I had to jump into this environment. But what I'm struggling with is that I'm struggling with wanting to pull a lot of those people into this tank with me. And I'm spending a lot of my time reaching back into that old tank and a lot of my energy trying to pull these people into this tank, and really they swimming against me. They swimming away. And so here I am with a net trying to catch them. But I got a Demont Pope swimming saying, "Hey, Kev, you know what I'm saying? Let me show you what's over here." And I'm like, wait, let me reach in my tank over here and catch this fish. And he's swimming away. He's not swimming in the net. So I'm spending time over here trying to help these people get in my tank, because it's a great thing, as opposed to intermingling with the fish that are going to help me get to the next tank. And so the biggest challenge with walking away has been leaving that environment behind. What I mean by leaving it behind, environment is not only the things that are around you, it's the people that you're around. It's the things that you do on a regular basis. It's the television shows that you watch, all those things. So the biggest challenge is infiltrating my own mind to my next level without infiltrating my mind to know the next level without knowing the next level. That is one of the most difficult things, because what you have to do is you have to now recognize that you're not the biggest fish in the tank. You have to humble yourself to approach a bigger fish and ask for guidance, because you have to infiltrate your mind. But you're so used to doing it on your own in that little tank that you don't know that you need to start pulling on other people. And so I'm so used to doing everything on my own that I'm not reaching out. And school taught me that. School said, don't cheat off your friend because that's wrong. But success say, or wisdom says, learning off the mistakes of others, aka cheating off your friends. So nobody am I telling you to go out there and cheat. Have integrity in your
Don't be out here cheating off people's paper. Like he talking about a different context.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But in real life, school has taught me now, do it on your own. The grind has taught me, do it on your own. Matter of fact, leaving people behind taught me, can't nobody do this. I'm gonna do this on my own. But now I'm in a bigger tank. And now that I need a bigger tank, when you think about a school of fish, right? If the shark comes swimming up, what do? They lean on each other. They all swim together so that they look like a big fish to intimidate that shark. In other words, now that you're in an environment that there's sharks, you need a lot of other people. And those people got to be like-minded. And when a shark comes or danger comes, they all gonna what? School around you to protect you or to scare off that shark. So my biggest challenge was understanding those things that I need to infiltrate my mind with that I don't know I need to infiltrate my mind with. How do you know what you don't know? You can only pick up a mentor, or you can only get yourself around like-minded people. But in order to do that, you're going to have to really just leave that environment alone. That old environment, you got to leave that alone. And that's really difficult because you have to believe that you deserve to be in this new tank. Yeah. And so my mind plays tricks on me because when I'm not good enough, well, do I deserve to be here? Should I be on this podcast? Like, or should I be on this stage? Well, I could go do corporate all day, every day and talk to CEOs and so on and so forth. But, Demont, he's been doing this a little bit longer, speaking life into these young people a little bit longer. Am I supposed to be doing it? Well, maybe I'm wrong. Or Jeremy Anderson, so I'm challenging myself. And everything is telling me, nah, man, go swim back in that old tank because that makes you feel better. But I got to stay in this tank, surround myself around like-minded people out of that environment and continue to grow. And that's one of the hardest shifts that you can make. But the only way that you can do that is really doing things like this, talking to people, networking and things like that. So that's really been the most difficult challenge for what it is that I'm doing. Like, it's the mindset, shifting that mindset.
Now, man, listen, here you go, bro. We definitely gonna have to do a part 2, or we're gonna have to schedule you for another interview another time. We're gonna have to, because it's so much that I want to pull out that we really don't have time for, man. So, but with that, like, I can relate again. I mean, I feel like I'm talking to myself over here. I don't know if it's just the light skin. I don't know if it's the you know what I mean, the similarity, you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm talking to myself because me too, with the heart that I got, bro, I keep reaching back, trying to pull people with me, and they swimming away from the net, and I'm trying to go over here. But and I guess, would it be safe to say that the lesson to be learned in that, right, is not only a lesson of humility, but it's also a lesson to know, like, if you the smartest person in your circle, like, you need a new circle. Like, if you the biggest fish in your tank, like, you need to get into a bigger tank, because those who have progressed further than you, they're not threatened by you, right? As a matter of fact, they don't mind helping you get to where they are. But if you stay with people that are either on your level or they looking for you to guide them, then you won't grow. Then you are that fish that's in that tank. So, oh my goodness, man. Look, before we look, this is what I want you to do. I need you to let these people know where they can connect with you at. Let them know your social media again. Let them know your website, because listen, it's just so much in you that we just don't have time to get out right now. So right now, let them know your website. Let them know wherever they can connect with you, like they can log in with you right now after this podcast.
Okay, cool. Well, the easiest way to get in contact with me, you guys will see me on Instagram. You'll see me on TikTok. I took my website down. It's under construction because I've added another layer, coaching, into my repertoire. So that will be up at mrgreatday.com. But you'll be able to see the link in my bio once that's complete. But Mr. Great Day, as y'all see on my shirt, MRGR8. DAY at Instagram, Mr. Great Day, and Mr. MR Great Day on TikTok, and then you Mr. Great Day on YouTube. I mean, really, you Google Mr. Great Day, you just hit Mr. Great Day. You guys can find me. If you guys want to book, just hop on Instagram or hop on LinkedIn. Find me, Kevin Ferguson, on LinkedIn, and shoot me a message, and we can kind of talk from there. But for now, with my website, like I said, that's under construction because I'm adding a couple of nice little things to it. Because I've actually taken on a mentor, and that mentor said, I like your website, but I want you to start adding another layer to who it is that you are. I want you to give more to the people. So I've had to take that down for it to be retooled. So for now, the easiest way, MrGreatDay.com on Instagram. and I'll get you back.
Love it, man. Mr. Great Day on Instagram. He ain't hard to find. Y'all heard him say he got a mentor that told him he need to take it to another level. So that's why it's important to get around bigger fish, right? All right, now look, real quick, in about 30 seconds or less, if you can, like that one person who we've inspired, Kevin, they looking at us, they listening to us, they like, hey, man, these guys on to something. Like, hey, they on to that purpose work, right? It's a great day. I want to do that. But they may feel like they're that fish that has outgrown their tank, like, but they may be held back by fear or discouragement, right? 30 seconds or less, what would you say to that person right now?
What I would say to a person who's struggling with things like that is that understand that everything that you're going through is for a purpose. But if you don't activate on that purpose, you are living in potential energy. The universe has a universal law about potential energy. Potential energy is useless until it's kinetic. So you have to wake up and you have to make the decision. Are you going to live in your potential, or are you going to live on purpose and be kinetic? Being kinetic means I wake up and I do it. I don't think about doing it. I don't tell everybody I'm doing it. I just do it, because potential energy is potential until it's kinetic. There is no energy in between potential and kinetic. So in other words, you wake up and your purpose, your goal, your life, everything in you is either useless or it's being used. So where are you? Don't wake up and let everything in you be useless, be used. And when you be used, you will find yourself moving toward your highest potential, your highest purpose. And so do not be potential energy, be kinetic energy, and be great.
Listen, I couldn't have said that better myself. Look, man, hey, that's your big bro, Kevin Ferguson, a.k.a. Mr. Great Day. You already know me. I'm your big bro, Demont Pope, a.k.a. Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. I'll see y'all next week. Yeah.